Again, we need to prove that 1 upon 1 plus x raised to a minus b plus 1 upon 1 plus x raised to minus a b minus a, and we want to show that the value of LHS equals to the value of RHS, that is 1. Okay, now in this question it is little bit complicated type of question, we can say, or whatever we have learned till date, just we have to go in the reverse order of that. Okay, means for example, suppose this LHS we have taken, this numerator 1 is as it is, this 1 is as it is, but x raised to a minus b, since a minus b is there are the two powers a and b, between them there is a minus sign. That means by applying the quotient law, this we can write only if x raised to a upon x raised to b is there. When we apply the quotient law, we can write x raised to a minus b. Got it? So that means we can say that x raised to a minus b is also equals to the x raised to a upon x raised to b. Understood this thing? So the same thing we have done here. For this x raised to a minus b, we have written x raised to a upon x raised to b. Got it? And same thing, this we can write only if x raised to b upon x raised to a is there. Then what we can write for it? X raised to b minus a. So therefore, for x raised to b minus a, we have written x raised to b upon x raised to a. Got it? Understood till here? Okay, now move to the next step. To make an addition of these two things, we need their denominators equal, right? Since the denominators are different, we should take the LCM of x raised to b and 1. So the LCM of x raised to b and 1 is what? X raised to b. So multiply it by x raised to b. Numerator is also multiplied by x raised to b. So it becomes 1 upon x raised to b plus x raised to a upon whole thing is raised to x raised to b. Plus, again the denominators are different for the addition. So we need to take the LCM multiplied by x raised to a. Numerator is also multiplied by x raised to a. So it becomes x raised to a plus x raised to b, and the whole thing is raised to upon x raised to a. Got it? Now since it is in the division, by taking the reciprocal of this term, it becomes x raised to b upon x raised to b plus x raised to a, plus again reciprocal of this will gives us x raised to a upon x raised to a plus x raised to b. Got it till here? Now to make a addition of these two, check the denominator. Is they are same? X raised to b, x raised to b, x raised to a, x raised to a. That means denominator of these two things are same. Therefore, we have written x raised to a plus x raised to b same, and addition of their numerators, that is x raised to b plus x raised to a, or we can also write x raised to b plus x raised to a, one and the same thing. Numerator and denominators are same. This is numerator and this is denominator, both are same, can get cancelled, 1 is the final answer. So ultimately we can say that LHS and RHS are equal. Okay. Then question number 13th we are solving now. Find the value of n when x raised to minus 5, 12 raised to minus 5 multiplied by 12 raised to 2n plus 1 equals to 12 raised to 13 divided by 12 raised to 7. Now, since their bases are equal and between them there is a multiplication sign, so we can say that there should be the addition of their powers. Got it? So minus 5 plus 2n plus 1, addition of their powers. Similarly, in the next side, the bases are equal and between them there is a division sign. Therefore, by using the quotient law, there will be the subtraction of their powers. 13 minus 7. Understood till here? 2n remains same. Minus 5 and plus 4. Minus 5 plus 1. Minus 5 and plus 1 gives us minus 4. Plus minus minus and sign of greater number. 13 minus 7 gives us 6. 12 raised to 6. Now in both of the sides the bases are equal and that is 12. Correct? So that we can equate their powers. 2n minus 4 equal to 6 by equating the powers. 2n minus 4 equals to 6. So to find out the value of n, shift all the numbers in the next side. So minus 4 going that side will become plus 4. 6 plus 4. So 6 plus 4 is what? 10. 2 is in multiply, shifting that side goes for division. 10 upon 2. So value of n is what? 5. Okay. So it will be the final answer. Next, question number 13, the second part we are solving now. A raised to 2n minus 3 multiplied by a raised to 2 and the whole thing is raised to n plus 1 upon a raised to 4, again it is raised to minus 3, equals to a raised to 3, the whole thing is raised to 3 divided by a raised to 6 and again it is raised to minus 3. Okay. So let us start from this. First, as it is, between these two, by using the product law, there will be the multiplication. So multiplication of these two gives us 2n plus 2. Got it? And 4 into minus 3 gives us a raised to minus 12. Got it? Equals to 3 multiplied by 3 gives us 9 divided by 6 multiplied by minus 3 gives us minus 18. Is that understood till here? Then, since the bases are equal, so there should be the addition of their powers by applying the product law. So we added the powers of these two. Then plus 2n gives us plus 4n. Minus 3 plus 1. Minus plus will be minus, sign of the greater number, so it becomes minus 1. So the final value of a raised to 4n minus 1. And this a raised to minus 12 same as it is here. 9 minus of minus 18. Minus minus will become plus. Okay. So 9 plus 18. Okay. Then bases are equal and between them there is a division. So that means subtraction of these two powers. So subtraction of these two. 4n minus 1 minus minus 12 equals to, this gives us 18 plus 9 is 27, a raised to 27. Minus minus will be plus 12. 4n plus 1 minus 1 remains same. 12 and minus 1 will be 11. So 4n plus 11, a raised to 4n plus 11 equals to a raised to 27. Since the bases are equal, so again we can equate their powers to find out the value of n. So 4n plus 11 equals to 27 plus 11. Shifting that side will gives us minus 11. 27 minus 11 is 16. 4 is in multiply. Going that side goes to division. So 16 divided by 4 gives us 4. Okay. Now this is the last question. Question number 14. Simplify. A raised to 2n plus 3 multiplied by a raised to 2n plus 1. Again it is multiplied by n plus 2. In the denominator a raised to 3, whole thing is raised to 2n plus 1. A raised to n, again it is raised to 2n plus 1. And we want to simplify it. First, as it is over there, multiplication of these two brackets. So when we multiply 2n to the bracket, 2n into n, it is 2n square. 2n into 2 gives us 4n, right? And similarly, 1 multiplied by n gives us n, and 1 multiplied by 2 gives us 2. Understood this thing? Okay. In the denominator, 3 2s are 6n, 3 1s are 3, multiplication of these two. Also here, n multiplied by 2n gives us 2n square, n multiplied by 1 gives us n. Got it? Now, since their bases are equal, so there must be the addition of their powers by using the product law. So therefore we added all the powers of this a in the numerator, and same thing is applicable for denominator. Since their bases are equal, so there should be the addition of their powers. Now it becomes 2n plus 3, 2n square plus 4n plus n plus 2. In the denominator also 6n plus 3, 6n plus 3 plus 2n square plus n. Got it? Now 2n square, is there any other square term? So 2n square will remain as it is over there. Okay, a raised to 2n square will remain same. Then 4n plus n, 5n, 5n plus 2n gives us 7n. Got it? And final terms are 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Got it? Again same thing. In the denominator, 2n square is 2n square here. Then 6n, this 6n plus n gives us 7n, and this 3 as it is. Okay. Now, since the bases of these two are equal, a and a bases are equal, and between them there is a division, so there should be the subtraction of their powers. Okay. So let us make a subtraction of these two powers. This is our first power of numerator. This is the second power of our denominator. Between them there is a subtraction. Okay. So first will remain same as it is over there. But when we open the second bracket, there will be the sign change, because outside the bracket there is a minus sign. So plus 2n square will become minus 2n square, plus 7n will become minus 7, and plus 3 will become minus 3. Got it? Now plus 2n square minus 2n square, 0, plus 7n minus 7n, again 0. 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 is the remaining powers, and 5 minus 3, this is 5 and minus 3, 5 minus 3 becomes 2, so a raised to 2 will be our final answer. Okay, so students, here we completed our chapter. If any doubts are there, you can ask me on my personal number. Okay, thank you.